Souter. Jane Souter.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Counselor.
For the record, Dan White standing in for Carrie Neff on behalf of Mr. Souter. Carrie Neff represents on some cases that are before Judge Winkler. We'll waive probable cause.
Are these add-ons or new?
They are add-ons. They're from the same date as the cases that are pending. We'd ask the court, the bond is $50,000 on the pending charges. Even if these are indicted separately, they're going to be resolved together. So I believe that the current bond is sufficient to ensure his appearance.
I'd agree with that, Your Honor. The prior felonious assault is what this is all about. Number B260384. Whatever's going to happen on that's going to happen on this.
OR on these.
Thank you.
Coleman.
Two 218. 219. Thank you.
219.
Court Roberts on behalf of Mr. Coleman. Please are not guilty.
All right.
Judge Esteban, there is currently a holder for a pending felony. However, I am under the understanding and impression that there is an EMU component of that potentially available. For this, we would just be asking for an alternate EMU. Regarding the outstanding assault charge, from speaking with Mr. Coleman, it sounds like these allegations arose out of something from the Justice Center previously. They've been sitting out there for quite a while now. In addition, the other matters are nonviolent offenses. We were just asking for the court to consider an alternate.
I'm not going to change the judge's bonds. There are there's three cases on the assault. Yeah, 3 prior cases on the assault. So it'll be the same bond that the trial judge set. 10% bonds are not unreasonable. Johnson.
Can we go one out of order?
Weatherby.
And the interpreter, it looks like, is here now, so we'll do a report afterwards.
All right. Lamont Weathersby.
Not this one, the one in the back. I'll be there in just a minute.
We'll waive probable cause.
All right, Esteban.
Your Honor, Esteban, I do have a lot to say for Mr. Weathersby. I recognize the seriousness of these charges. However, he has not had any contacts with the court since 1997. Those cases are what he is under disability for. He indicates that the cocaine that they found in the car was not cocaine, it is baking powder. He is adamant. He said he'd wish that they had done an on-scene, quick test to see if it hit. They did not, but I am hopeful that a lab will be done by the time that this goes to grand jury and that will be gone, and we'll just have the other matters pending. He also owns his own business selling cars. However, he has taken a step back because his mother was recently diagnosed with brain cancer. She's being treated at UC. She's there currently because she had a pretty severe seizure yesterday. He was driving from the hospital when he got pulled over. He is her primary caretaker. He also has 2 young sons that he helps support. His 2-year-old, specifically, the 2-year-old's mother works a lot, and so he is responsible for picking up, taking to school, taking to daycare, and picking up from daycare, and taking him to all the things that he needs to go to. Additionally, Mr. Weathersby also has some college. We would ask the court to consider giving him an OR. He can do house arrest if the court requires that. He currently lives, again, with his mother because he is her support system. He also helps take care. She lives in a senior home. It's like an apartment complex. He also helps with other residents there. who maybe don't have family members who need some assistance with things. He has an ORA score of only 1 and 0 failures to appear in the last 5 years because he hasn't had any contacts with the court. So I'd ask for an OR. If the court seeks to have more supervision, we would ask for EMU to be added.
From the state,
I will concede he doesn't have any contact since 1998. It was an ag robbery and felonious assault back then. This thing starts as a traffic stop where initially the only thing that worries me is he tells the officer he does not have a gun in the car. Now when he's pulled out, then later he changes his story and informs them that there is a gun in the car. And then I have one. He is under disability. So regardless of what happens with the drugs, that's the big issue.
say that Mr. Weathersby has 3 violent felonies, no other record, no failures to appear. And as everyone has conceded, there has been nothing since he was arrested in 97. It looks like he had 10 years and has not had any contacts, including except for 1 traffic light violation since 2007 or what have you, when he was released. Found to be OR plus no weapons.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Johnson,
Court date the 19th.
oh, I'm sorry, we ready on electoral.
I need to go speak with him with the interpreter now that the interpreter is here.
Dominic Johnson,
Johnson is an early call off the 10:30 docket. There's just 1 traffic light violation left over, and it's my understanding the city is going to dismiss.
That is correct, yeah, the city will.
Thank you.
DRPA. Garrison,
Garrison.
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning, Counselor.
Yeah.
You waive probable cause.
We do, Your Honor. Please give me not guilty.
Asked about.
Mr. Bond Judge entirely denies the allegations. He's surprised. This whole situation started, tells me, after he apparently found out that his wife had been cheating on him with his best friend. He believes she's now expecting. They had gotten into an argument. He was charged with domestic violence. It was reduced to disorderly conduct. They had since then had a lot of just essentially bad blood with each other. She told him that he would never see his kids again, that she would make sure of it, and then here he is today, Judge. I would note the allegations on one of the alleged victims seems to date back to nearly a decade ago. The other one's from several years ago. It doesn't seem like there's been any allegations since 2024. He's 38 years old, Judge. He's autistic. He has an OR score of 3, 0 failures to appear. Outside of this, is a very minimal record. He was working 2 jobs prior to getting picked up. He's now lost both of those jobs. He doesn't have any money to post any bond, Judge. Just asked the court to take all that into consideration.
Obviously, these are very serious allegations involving a 3-year-old and a 17-year-old from a prior marriage. Officer Dunaway's here and would like to address the court regarding those. Both victims are willing that they go to Mayerson or the equivalent of Mayerson and disclose this just isn't something made up by a parent who's just running. But Dunaway can
Officer,
say
did you want
it.
to add anything?
Yeah, the first allegation was in 2024 from a separate marriage, from a separate significant other, not a wife or a girlfriend that he had a child with. That child at the time was 9 to 12 years old, occurring during that amount of time. And then the newest one was with a 3-year-old daughter She was about 2.5 at the time. These are both pretty big charges. We're just asking for a higher bond.
We'd also like to stay away from any minors, right?
There's also a TPO in place that from Montgomery County.
Okay. For both children?
I believe just the 3-year-old.
These are both felony of the first degree rape charges. As was stated, 2 different children over the span of different years. The bond is $250,000 secured plus jurors if requested on each count. Price,
Your Honor, just for the record, I'd like to confirm that he's received, there's some TPO that is stemming from Montgomery County. I'd like to
Was he served
confirm
with that
that
when
he
you
served with
went
that.
yesterday?
also added, defendant may not be around any child under 18.
Who's the grand jury report to?
17.
Couldn't see it, okay.
Price,
Kayla Renee Williams.
waive probable cause.
Yes, Your Honor, enter plea not guilty. This is the bond judge. He entirely denies the allegations. It's a situation where he told the prosecuting witness not to come over because she was acting just kind of erratic. It seems like she thought there was a reason that he didn't want her there. She shows up anyway, walks into his house, they're breaking a bunch of stuff in his house, breaks a big mirror he has standing up, causing a bunch of damage. He's trying to talk to her, calm her down. She ends up taking his cell phone. And at some point, she comes at him and he essentially was trying to restrain her to get her to calm down. He calls was trying to call the police, but he didn't have his phone on him. He eventually was able to get his phone and he did call the police department at that time, Judge. A note outside of this, he's got a very minimal record, over a score of 1, 0 failures to appear. He's got a lot of stuff going for him. He's a dental assistant. He's also in nursing school at Christ. Has his own place, and that was where this allegation took place. The prosecutor came over, but he entirely denies the allegations, Judge. This was a situation where, again, I can only assume she thought maybe that he was cheating or something like that because he said not to come over, and she shows up anyway, very emotional, and it escalated from there as he was trying to calm her down and talk to her.
From the state.
I don't have much of a trial prep, Your Honor. I had the notes that the victim did have visible marks and blood in her ear, as well as the allegations that he placed her in a headlock or making it so she was unable, she could breathe. I called from Ms. Williams. I do not have a response from her this time, so defer the court.
There is no record, no failures to appear. There are pending charges in Butler County or Fairfield, robbery, burglary, and domestic violence.
Your Honor,
Or this is a bind over.
yeah, as my understanding is they were, from speaking with Mr. Price, they were reduced to misdemeanors, and he was out on EMD when he got picked up on these charges.
On the strangulation, 2,500 anyway, plus juris if requested. On the assault, 1,000 anyway, plus juris if requested. If there is juris, the EMD will be open hours.
Seventeenth to report.
Roland,
We skip Roland really quick. Mr. Montgomery had to go back and forth.
okay, are we ready on Tory yet?
We are not. Still looking for governor.
Let's go to the city DV docket. Justice Elliott.
There's an order of protection
morning, Your Honor.
requested. Kieran Katia Captain.
Are you Miss Hampton? Do you have your ID, ma'am? All right, the deputy will take a look at it. Yes, ma'am. What would you like to say if you were speaking to the box?
I would like to drop the charges.
All right, so once the charges are filed, it becomes a state's case and the charges can't be dropped. But I do have some questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you concerned for your safety or the safety of any children?
I am not, and I wish that, I'm down here to get their removed because I don't feel bad harm or anything.
Do you want a protection order?
I don't need any of that.
Has anyone threatened or coerced you to be here today to say you don't want to go forward?
No.
All right. Is there anything from the state?
Different the court, Your Honor.
OR. So we release yours.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And there's an OR on the traffic. Troy Hill.
There's an order of protection requested. Is it Amaya Coates?
Are you Maya? Do you have your ID? You show the deputy. All right, if you speak into the box for me, what would you like to say?
I'm gonna drop charges.
All right, so charges won't be dropped today because it's the state's case. I asked you some questions. Are you concerned for your safety or the safety of any children?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened or coerced you to be here today?
No, ma'am.
Do you want a protection order so he is ordered to stay away from it?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything from the state?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Do you all stay together? Do you
No.
have somewhere separate to stay?
Yes, he does, Your Honor.
How far is it from the house?
Yeah. The address I have is, in Beachmont, so it's, on the other side of town.
So, ma'am, I understand what you are asking for. I'm not gonna order the TPO. What I am going to do is put on an electronic monitoring unit. It'll be open hours. There is going to be a 3-mile radius from the prosecuting witness's home. The reason I'm treating this case differently is one, there's 2 failures to appear here, but also Ms. Kuntz has been the prosecuting witness in 2 prior DV cases that have been dismissed and a TPO case that has been dismissed. So until this is resolved, I want the parties to stay away from one another. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Judge, can we go back to Roland, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No, I'm gonna sit down and explain that in just a minute. Rolling.
Not guilty on behalf of Mr. Rowland, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is going to be a designation for Jeff Guyman. When I get his information, I'll fill it out and submit it. We're seeking an OR bond here. Allegations are some new charges and then an older probation violation. The older probation violation, he was cited in the probation office by his probation officer. He told Mr. Guyman about it, gave Mr. Guyman the court date. There was miscommunication where he thought that Jeff was going to go in and handle that initial PV setting, and the warrant came down from it that way. The new charge we adamantly deny, Judge. I understand that there's the OR on that particular PV, and we're dealing with the new charges. He has no problem staying away and having no contact with this person. The resisting arrest charge is not giving his hands up and tensing, and the allegation is a object through a window causing the violation. So it's almost like a 3-for-1 out of one particular incident. Like I said, has no problem staying away. He is employed, tells me that he has a very good job. He's been doing it for a significant period of time, and I did get a good address as well as a good phone number and contact information to pass along to his attorney. Looking through the history, I understand there could be some pause here for the court. We'll note for the history that this individual, who is the alleged prosecuting witness, does have a history of not showing up.
From the state.
Is Ms. Jones here? Desiree Jones? No answer, Your Honor. The only thing I know is they do apparently have a problem staying away from each other. Mr. Rowland has a problem staying away from Ms. Jones because there is a protection order and I've got new allegations. So that doesn't seem to help.
There are 2 violent felonies, 6 felonies, 2 violent misdemeanors, 12 misdemeanors, multiple DUI convictions. Domestic violence convictions, 2 prior failures to appear, one of which is here today. On Judge Bouchard's habeas bond, I'm not changing it. Same bond, it'll go back to the trial court. On the violation of a protection order, there is already one pending in front of Judge Bouchard to be heard February 25th. This is the second allegation. 15,000 anyway, plus EMD with a 3-mile radius from the prosecuting witness's home. That way, regardless of jurors, you'll be staying away from him. On the criminal damaging, 1,000 anyway, on the resisting, 1,000 anyway.
Judge, I'm going to ask that you make this for a bench trial on the 25th with that other case. Since it is a county case, we do not have to check officer schedules or anything like that. Please set it from the bench.
I don't want to set Judge trial on his docket. I don't know what his docket already looks like.
Understood?
Thank you. Now we're ready. Lori,
We're gonna go-
that is my last request. Thank you.
What's the date?
Oh, it's
Of
a
17.
misdemeanor, so,
Oh, yeah. we have,
yeah, you don't,
uh,
there's a date on him.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll waive probable cause.
Pass the bond. Oh, are you Supreme Court certified?
Yes.
The first thing I want to put on the record is I'm a little concerned how well he actually knows French. It's not his native language.
What is his native language?
Can you say what his native language is again? So I think it's okay to muddle through today, but I am a little concerned moving forward how much he's grasping what we're talking about.
Does he speak any other languages fluently?
See, Sonic is my native language, but I speak French a little bit.
Okay. Spell the language.
S-O-N-I-N-I-K-E.
I'm sorry, you said S-O. I'll put it on to see if
Okay.
they can find it.
Yes.
Your Honor, as to Bond, he was being held on misdemeanor charges when this allegation allegedly occurred. He he adamantly denies this allegation. He does want me to get any surveillance camera from the Justice Center. I would ask, Your Honor, for him to be given an OR. Clearly, being in the Justice Center is not working out well for him or officers here. He came to the U.S. in 2023. He has a pending asylum case. He's here on a work permit. He's been here in Cincinnati. He works doing painting and other house remodeling. He lives here in Cincinnati with his brothers. He has nothing on his record. ORS score of only 1. I would ask for an OR. We'll submit.
Your Honor, this incident starts as a disagreement or fight between him and his cellmate, and he was taken after that was settled. Starts and then he's taken to the med unit for mental health concerns because he says he's suicidal. Well, there things go downhill pretty quickly. He's being placed in a restraint chair. While in the restraint chair, he spits on Deputy Landon. When he gets in his face and his mouth, we'd be asking for medical testing. Blood test.
15,000 anyway, plus communicable disease testing. 1 minute, I have a time.
Quarters in recess.
What's your date on that?
Thank you. So what was the grand jury report date?
17. sorry.
17th, okay, thank you. All right.
No.
Back out, because he's
Court is back in session.
Smith,
Mother.
This is an order of protection requested. Still a Julie Smith.
Kamaya Henderson on behalf of Ms. Smith, intern and not guilty plea.
Well, you know, your attorney did really nice.
does, Ms. Smith have somewhere to stay separate from her mother?
Yes, she does.
There's no record, no failures to appear. Allegation is she and her mother got into a verbal argument. She threw something at her mom, causing an injury to the left side of her forehead. The parties can stay away from one another, and she's gonna execute the TPO.
She did, Your Honor.
Is there anything from the state?
Nothing from state on it.
Washington,
This is an order of protection requested. Is this Samira Bean?
For the record, Kamaya Henderson on behalf of Mr. Washington,
Child's gone.
intern and not guilty plea. Esteban, Your Honor. Mr. Frederick actually owns a business all about tires on Reading Road. This altercation happened between him and his child's mother. It's my understanding that he called police and then he was arrested. He asked her to leave. He has signed a protection order and is willing to stay away from her. They do not live together. And so we are asking for a OR bond or an OR EMD. He also has one failure to appear in the last 5 years.
from the state.
From the state judge, we would be asking for the monetary bond on this case, based on the allegations that the defendant caused physical harm to the victim by pushing her and then biting the victim on her face after a physical altercation with physical. Victim and suspect shared children.
Mr. Washington has been on probation.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
So this charge is from August of 2025. And this charge violated him, correct? The holder got put on today,
Yes, it looks like he did
or
have.
when he got arrested?
Yes,
All right, so everybody knew where he was between August and today.
yes, Your Honor.
OR plus juris, if requested between August and now, apparently nothing has happened because he would have gotten arrested before today. And he was in compliance with parole on the felony, so it'll be OR plus jurors.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. Josh Hish for Mr. Austin, entering an appearance for Adele Gray. Prepared to stipulate the probable cause and asked to address bond. As to bond, Mr. Austin is 39 years old. He is a lifetime local resident. He does work as a driver with Mayflower and the moving company. These are F5s. He has no felony history, only 3 failures to appear. He does have multiple children that he supports. He spoke with Mr. Gray. He's indicated he's amenable to the drug court treatment program. They've pre-screened him for that. We think he would be appropriate. We're asking the court to set a non-financial bond.
From the state?
It's an RSP of a car that was stolen 2 days before, but then their drugs found, so I defer.
Mr. Austin has 4 misdemeanors, 3 prior failures to appear. Looks like just was released. Unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. On the drug paraphernalia, OREMD. Actually, there are 2 F5s and an M4, OREMD on everything.
Thank you, Judge.
Bill?
Bell? Be careful, don't get lost.
This is a drug from the over.
Say it out loud.
Oh,
Your
wow.
chest.
Judge also entering an appearance for Mr. Gray.
There's no record, no failure to appear, 2 misdemeanors, 1 F5, 1 failure to appear. It looks like on just a traffic offense.
Yes. That's correct.
And no juvenile record.
I would also note the resisting was listed as a tensing, which in terms of resisting is on the lower level. I would submit.
Is there anything from the state?
No.
And you do weigh probable cause?
Yes, Judge.
OR.
Thank you, Judge.
219 for grand jury.
Benton?
Judge, we're prepared to waive Mr. Benton today. I am entering an appearance for Darcy Winston. This was an in custody offense. He's currently unable to make the bond on the case that's pending before Judge Branch. There is a competency eval that has been ordered. We're just asking that a reasonable bond be set based upon all of that.
Waive probable cause?
Yes, waive probable cause.
Anything from the state?
Your Honor, he is an inmate. The allegations are he's punching the victims with pencils between his fingers in the face, causing severe injuries. That seems pretty gross. So I'd ask for a monetary bond.
25,000 secured and no art supplies. Bradford?
Crayons?
Good morning, Your Honor. Bethany Gates on behalf of Mr. Radford. 217 for grand jury on the last one.
Okay, thank you.
Right here with you, Mr. Radford. We'll waive probable cause, Your Honor.
get it out of
I'm sorry, you said waive probable cause?
Yes, Your Honor.
Esteban,
Esteban, Mr. Bradford is 32 years old. He is currently homeless and residing in a homeless shelter. As Your Honor is aware, it's very, very cold outside. Allegation here is that he entered streetcar with the protected party, operating the streetcar. I've been on the streetcars, Your Honor. Those windows are very shaded out. I find it hard to believe that someone would be able to see through, let alone identify the person driving the streetcar. I think Mr. Bradford, if he even was on the streetcar, was just simply trying to get warm. He doesn't have any money to pay any bond, Your Honor. I would ask the court to consider an OR bond in this circumstance. Thank you.
Do I have a Fonta spell here? No, Your Honor, the prior violation of a protection order involves a streetcar driver, Fonta spell, and I've got a conviction for that. And this one seems to be some fixation with her and the streetcar, so I don't think this is just a random, I'm jumping on a streetcar for the protected party. I've got a prior violation involving this spell. That's from monetary bond.
there are 3 felonies, 9 misdemeanors, 2 prior failures to appear. There are a couple violation of protection order.
That 23 one, Your Honor, is from the same victim, same streetcar.
Same.
Like I went and looked it up this morning.
And then there was one in June 23, March of 23. $10,000 secured plus juris if requested, plus stay away, no contact with the PW, and defendant may not utilize the streetcar until the case is resolved. She works there, right?
Yes. Thanks, Senator.
Campbell,
Our graduate date is 2/17.
Thank you, Chris.
Malin Whitehurst.
There Malin Whitehurst present. If you have anything to say, you can step up with your ID to the box.
I'm so confused by this.
The nice one.
Yeah, it says the victim was arrested during a vocal altercation, arrested, placed his hands around the victim's neck and strangled her. The victim was arrested.
Maybe, and initially what my report's saying is that she brought the knife to this thing, it was then taken away from her, and then he strangled her while holding the knife. So that's-
Yes, ma'am. What would you like to say if you were speaking to the box?
I don't want to press charges.
So the charges are already pressed. It becomes the state's case once the charges are filed. Are you concerned for your safety or the safety of any children?
No.
Has anyone threatened or coerced you to be here today?
No.
Do you want a protection order?
No.
Do you all live together?
Yes.
Is there somewhere else for the parties to stay?
Yes. We're married, but yes.
OR plus stay away until the case is concluded. If defendant is not staying at the residence, defendant may pick up personal belongings.
Does he need a police escort for that, Your Honor?
Considering there was a knife involved, I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay.
Pick up belongings with police escort. That's if he's leaving. If he's gonna be the one staying, then I think we'll figure that out. Cook,
220 is the report date.
Yeah, but 1 hour.
Judge entering an appearance from Mr. Gray. Mr. Cook.
Maya Henderson on, for Mr. Cook on, the news.
Waive probable cause.
Esteban.
Judge Esteban, he is 63 years old. We do have good contact information for him. He does work at Paycor Stadium, so he has some employment, the ability to make court. We've spoken with him. I know looking at it, he does have a substantial history. However, I'll note being 63 years old, sometimes people start to age out of serious things. If you look at this past decade, he's not had anything too serious. Anything really serious goes back 10, 20, 30 years. He does seem to have aged out of everything except for some minor drug charges, which is what we're facing here today.
Date.
The officers are asking for a bond, a cash bond on this of $15K straight. Sorry, $5K straight. But without any 10%. He has 173 convictions, or no, 140 convictions and 17 different felonies. He's transiting and homeless, and they're afraid they can't find him. So that's.
Not to mention the probation violation, Your Honor, was pending for 2 years before they were able to apprehend him on this. So that is the reason why we are requesting $5,000, no 10% with EMT.
Just I know we do have an address, apartment address for him.
One violent felony, 16 felonies, one violent misdemeanor, 105 misdemeanors. There are no failures to appear listed, but there is as stated, a 2-year gap in the probation violation where he was not able to be tracked down. 5,000 secured on the possession, a war on the pedestrian walking in the roadway, a war EMD on the PD. Freeman.
217.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's marijuana.
Who's that?
It's marijuana, that's for no.
We are all the same.
Judge, having heard, I'll waive on probable cause and agree with everybody else. Enter an appearance for Mr. Gray.
marijuana or bond.
Thank you, Judge.
Harris,
219 is grand jury date.
Left on the floor.
Yeah.
Is there Brittany Sanders present? Brittany Sanders?
Children in common.
No response from Ms. Sanders.
Judge, we have probable cause for Mr. Harris. As to bond judge, Mr. Harris is 48 years old. He lives here in Cincinnati. I have a good address and phone number for him. He does work full-time with benefits as a cook for IHOP. He has 3 children that he is responsible for financially supporting. He does have child support orders on them. He is current and up to date on all of his child support orders. He would lose his job and not be able to stay up to date on those if he were held. Judge, he denies the allegations in this case. Just so the court's aware, I think Ms. Sanders is one of the mothers of his children, and the allegation is that he was over there and fired a weapon at these people. He was over there trying to get property back. He was in the process of moving out, and we think that they're using this as kind of like a de facto eviction to get him away from the property. I'd ask the court to consider that for bond.
We'll agree this starts off as a domestic verbal argument between the parties. The defendant then, the allegations are fires into the victim's apartment where the 3 children, the mother of his children and the 3 children are residing. So it's a discharge into a habitation. Very serious. She also notes that there's supposed to be video of this incident as well. So it's not something that's just made up.
there are 3 misdemeanors, 0 failures to appear. There are 2 DVs that were amended to disorderly conduct. Is there anything, were there showcases or anything?
I don't have showcasing recovered, so just the note that there was supposed to be a video of this. The officers made. No, the 527 doesn't have any showcasing recovered in it.
On DV, 15,000 anyway, plus juris if requested. On all of the felonies of the 2nd degree, 15,000 secured, plus juris if requested.
Sign the serve, Your Honor.
17.
Smith.
17. Your Honor, this is a victim loaning a car to somebody or
The theft is separate from the unauthorized use.
Yeah. I don't have this one.
All right, waive probable cause.
Yes, Judge.
Does Ms. Smith have somewhere to go on EMD?
I have an address for her in Cincinnati. Would you be on?
I'm not doing a straight OR bond because there's 4 prior failures to appear. I will do OR EMD.
I have an address for her in Cincinnati.
Is there anything from the state?
The theft does appear to be unrelated to consumer theft.
OR EMD, open hours.
Indeed. 217. No, sorry. Yeah, 217.
What's the number? Okay, and I can't go.
Kira Payne.
They're Nakyra Payne.
Kyra Payne.
Nakyra Payne present. No response.
What was it? Oh, oh yes, OR, just straight OR on the traffic. Thank you. Stevenson.
Come on here, Mr. Stevenson. Judge, Ms. Cox, on behalf of Mr. Stevenson, will waive probable cause as to the felony. Judge, as to bond, I have to go over, obviously, the protection order with Mr. Stevenson, but I would note for the record, 0 failures to appear in ORAS of 2. He's got no record. He's currently in virtual high school. He intends to get his diploma in May and would like to go into a trade after that, specifically in the electrical field. Is not working right now. He takes care of the child that that he and this lady share. She is a certified nurse's assistant and is working full-time starting on the 23rd. He is going to be providing full-time childcare during that time. She works to support the family.
Oh, hold on. Did you waive probable cause?
Yes,
This is from 2024.
it is, yes. And I believe the probable cause is based on the allegation.
That she was pregnant and the baby is now here for him to babysit.
The baby, yep.
So
He does have
we
a
were
child.
wondering
Judge.
about this morning about whether or not the child was in existence at the time. I think that just clears it up that I don't think, there is no other child other than this one. This may not be a domestic violence, so they weren't given together.
Understood. And I will note for the record, Judge, he does have somewhere else to go while this case is pending. Not sure whether or not he wants to execute that protection order at this time.
This, and then what date is the other one from?
That one is from November of 2024, November 6th.
No, I have a 24 was a felony, 25 is an assault.
It's an assault against a female juvenile, it appears, out of the city that's unrelated to the.
Yeah, and it occurred
Oh,
in
it occurred the same day, it
2024.
occurred in 24.
Yes,
Oh, so was it charged in 2025?
yes, charged in 2025, but it happened in 2024.
We had a discussion about whether or not this was charged in the alternative. Initially, when we realized that they were 2 different years, we obviously were like, these are not charged in the alternative. If this is an alternative charge filed in 2025, I'm happy to designate on that. But given how bizarre the
You
whole.
don't need to argue.
Okay.
OR,
Thank you.
and I'm not ordering the TPO.
Thank you.
Stone,
I'm actually just out of here.
Yep, 220 for grand jury.
Mr. Stone. You got the full set, Commissioner.
Wait, probable cause we have Mr. Stone.
all right, Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, this court consider an OR. There's a felony 5 and misdemeanors. Your Honor, as far as I can see, he's no record as an adult. He has 1 misdemeanors, 4 misdemeanors as a juvenile. No fear to appears. He works at Home Depot. He has a job. Denies the allegations at this point, Judge.
Just
He'll stay out of all Macy's.
stay away from this.
As council stated, there, as an adult, no record, there are some pending charges. There are no prior failures to appear. The bond will be OR plus stay away from all Macy's stores, Mr. Stone. All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
220.
Just turn around the name, but see my partner.
Swenson.
You're good. Judge, again, Ms. Cox, on behalf of Mr. Swenson, will waive probable cause. I'd ask you to Saban.
All right, ask Tom.
Judge, as Saban, Mr. Swenson is 46 years old. I note 0 failures to appear. He is originally from the DC area, but lives full-time here and working for the temp services. He specifically is cleaning the Heritage Center. He works in maintenance and owns his own company as well. So he does his own private contracting and cleans that way as well. He's got private contracts that he needs to get to today. He does have 3 children. They do live in DC, so he does have contact with DC, but those are specifically related to, the care and providing for his children. He's been in Cincinnati full-time for 4 years, works full-time, owns his own company. Like I said, I note 0 failures to appear. The allegations, I believe, involve
Keys in a car.
yes, overuse of a car in 2025.
Is there anything from the
It
state?
does appear there's permissive use. The only thing I note is the victim knew her car was taken when he started posting pictures of him driving in the mountains, which he took was on the way to DC. So there wasn't permission to drive to DC, and that's when things went bad.
And we will have Judge.
There are 0 prior failures to appear. It'll be an SR or OR bond on both the traffic and the Wiles.
Report dates 219.
Did you have something else?
Yes, I do. It says.
Hold on for 1 second.
There's 2 charges, 23 CRB 18297.
So I have that one, but I have it dismissed for one of prosecution.
Yeah, it has, that's what I have to.
Previously represented Mr. Swenson on that charge and everything was dismissed.
So I don't know if it was refiled or.
As a bond here?
He's not on probation though.
Yeah,
Everything
it
was
was
dismissed.
If it's dismissed, he's not out on bond.
Come to court, I remember. very
Yeah, I mean, Judge Silverstein has dismissed from one of prosecution on here, so I don't know if it just got entered in improperly. I put it on here again. It was dismissed for want of prosecution as of October 4th, 2024.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
What was the date on that?
Wiles.
The last one, that would have been 219.
Thank you so much.
We probably filed this morning on Judge.
As fun.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Wiles has a risk assessment score of a 2. He does have 3 felonies, but they're nonviolent offenses from 20 years ago. Nothing else that I can see. He does a full-time job at Kevin's Tree Service, provides for his 3 children. He's a high school graduate judge. He says he has this, the firearm is his, he lawfully has it, that he's not under disability, that it's registered, that he, when he was pulled over or stopped by the police, he told them where it was. He said it was in a box in the back of his van, which is where it was found. I don't even know if it was, I don't think it was loaded either, because he's been taking his CCW course and he knows that he's not allowed to do that. He also fully denies the allegation that he pointed a gun at anyone. Certainly, and he certainly didn't have any conflict or interaction with anybody that was a uniformed police officer, undercover officer. As far as he knows, he didn't have an interaction with anybody. He was moving out of his friend's house. Everything was packed in the back of his van, including the firearm that was put. It was in a box in the back of the van, and he was, not within reach. So he understands this has to go through the grand jury process. We ask for consider an OR bond or an SOR. so you can get back to work, Judge.
Mistake.
He has a 2006 breaking and entering felony conviction that disqualifies him from possessing a CCW permit. So it's not a weapon under, but it is a disqualification. So he is clearly disqualified. He has the misfortune of pointing the gun. The allegations are at a undercover police officer. So he didn't know they were a police officer, but something must have happened that he's pointing the gun at an undercover police officer who's doing surveillance at the time. That got him arrested.
On the traffic cases, OR, the safety belt, improper muffler, license suspension. On the ag medicine, 25,000 anyway, plus jurors if requested. On the CCW, 25,000 anyway, plus no weapons. On the improper handling, 1,000 anyway. Felony walk-in.
Sorry, report date on the 17th.
Right, walk-in docket, Donna Bush.
All right, this is OR requisition.
Okay. And Rashay Cooper. Donna Bush, Rashay Cooper.
Miss Cooper is here, Your Honor, and she has a child with her, and she doesn't have anybody to watch the child while she comes in.
Is that Miss Cooper?
Yes.
Okay.
Site.
Waive probable cause.
Yes, we do.
She was cited. She's here today. It'll be an OR bond.
There you go.
She don't.
Okay. I'll come out and talk to her. Thank you, Judge. And for the record, I'm submitting Lawrence Haas's designation.
Is that Miss Bush? I think that's Miss Bush. Is that Miss Bush? Come around right here.
Also a site, Your Honor.
Judge,
Good morning, Miss Bush. Waive probable cause.
yes,
I
and
think the
Judge,
state was fine with the OR.
okay. I just wanted to say I have to fill out a designation for Bethany Hayes.
Okay, it's gonna represent. All right, Miss Bush showed up today. It'll be an OR bond. All right, thank you. Just keep in contact with your attorney.
If you can just wait for me right there, please.
Micaiah Allen.
Hey, Ms. Allen. Your Honor, for the record, Corbin Ilemus on behalf of Ms. Allen. Your Honor, I will not be submitting a designation as this is a conflict case. There, I do believe, after speaking with Mr. Biddendorf, he does represent the prosecuting witness on this case. I don't believe it's a cross complaint, but the date of incidents are quite similar. Ms. Allen's case against the prosecuting witness did come prior to these charges, which have been sitting out there. She had no knowledge of them, no awareness of them. I do believe that these might be retaliatory in nature. She doesn't have contact with this individual. She's been attempting to separate herself in any capacity.
Is there anything from the state?
Nothing, Mayor.
There's 0 failures to appear, 1 misdemeanor, or stay away from whoever this person is. Michael Cox.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Cox would like to resolve this today.
Is this a minor?
It is.
Vice, lights on bike.
On behalf of Mr. Cox, he'd be entering a guilty plea.
Mr. Cox, a guilty plea is a complete admission of guilt. This is a minor misdemeanor. Maximum possible penalty is up to $150 fine plus costs. You do have the right to a trial. Knowing your right to trial, the maximum possible penalties, do you want to maintain a guilty plea to a bicycle signal device violation?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive and stipulate?
I do, Your Honor.
Finding of guilty, Mr. Cox has been here one night.
Yes.
1 credit, 1 remit the fines and costs. Is there anything from anyone else?
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tara Cox.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Tara Wren.
Your Honor, it's Wren-Cox is the correct name. I do have it in multiple ways.
Oh, I was wondering why we were here on another one. All right, what number OBI is this?
So,
Officers didn't mark it. It looks like it would be first in time, first overall. They put 0, so.
Is there
There is an ALS in place.
oh, no, I have first, 10, second, and 20. There was 1 and 14, so it is a first.
First in time, second in lifetime.
First in time, second overall.
Your Honor, did you have a date for that original one? I apologize.
October 31st, 2014.
14, okay.
At Claremont County.
Claremont, thank you.
I'm sorry, was there an accident?
Yes, accident, non-injury.
Your Honor, from review, I think that was a single car accident. The allegation was that she was, had crashed off the road.
All right, and then FRA,
FRA marked no.
ALS,
ALS in place, it was a refusal.
suspected alcohol withdrawal.
Suspected alcohol, slurred speech, odor of alcohol, admission to drinking.
25-ounce Bud Light can.
All right. All right.
Your Honor, as to bond, we would be asking for an OR, a supervised OR. As the court is aware, there is that previous OBI charge, but it is now 12 years old. She has 4 children at home that she does provide for, or 3 children at home, I do apologize, that she does provide for. I've spoken with her about the restrictions on driving. She has no issues not driving until privileges may be sought. I explained to her when that would be available, that up until that date, absolutely no driving. She adamantly denies these allegations. She explains to me that this was a single car accident, that she was driving in bad weather, found herself there, and then found herself with this charge. I have good contact with her as well as her husband. I do believe she'd come back to court.
Do anything from the state?
Nothing.
OR plus tab plus no alcohol. Fault. Minor misdemeanors. Oh, import.
If the county would allow a minor, we'd like to resolve it today. Thank you. Sounds good.
This is gonna be a minor.
It will, yes. The county would move them into a minor misdemeanor disorderly conduct.
Or enter a guilty plea on that minor, Your Honor.
Mr. Falk, a guilty plea is a complete admission of guilt. This is a minor misdemeanor. Maximum possible penalty is $150 fine plus costs. On the original charge, you do have the right to a trial to the court and a jury trial. knowing your right to trial, the maximum possible penalties on the amendment. Do you want to maintain a guilty plea to a minor misdemeanor disorderly conduct?
Yes, sir.
All right, Counselor, do you waive and stipulate?
I do, Judge.
That includes waiver of service for new complaint arraignment?
Yes, Judge.
Finding of guilty, Mr. Falk has been here one night,
Yes.
one, credit one, remit the fines and costs. Mr. Falk, on some other things, you got 9 prior failures to appear, so that we 100% clear today. You got court on Monday
I know, I got to,
with me. So I will know that I told you to be there Monday
I will be there.
at 11 a.m.
I will be there.
All right?
Promise I'll be there.
I spoke with him, Your Honor, as well as his attorney on that case. So he'll be there.
All right, I will see you Monday. Have a good day. Fields?
Mr. Fields?
Right, Ms. Fields. These are not guilty. In mitigation first, or on bond, sorry. Speaking first to that theft charge, I understand there's a capious bond. Ms. Fields has been kind of bouncing between custody for quite a few months now. She actually was released, I believe, last Thursday from a different county jail. Hamilton County did not inform her. She was not informed about this warrant. She didn't know there was no holder placed. With that, she missed court previously. What happened was there was a trial date set. Holt did not come. It was reset. She, for whatever reason, bond was posted without her knowing or without her permission. She was then transferred to a different county, missed that subsequent court date. This is a situation. She wasn't trying to abscond. She just was unaware that this warrant was set. She was released from jail with no idea that that occurred. And with that, I do believe that second charge came through when she was arrested on that warrant service. But she does reside at home with her mother. I do have good contact for her. We would be asking the court to consider a supervised OR. I do believe this is the final matter that she has in these string of situations that she'd like to finally put to rest.
When did she get out?
Thursday, Your Honor.
I've been incarcerated the entire time.
Not here in Hamilton County, but she's been kind of bouncing between holders. But when she was released, at no point was a holder placed by Hamilton County on that county jail, nor did she know that there was a pending warrant for her. But she just was transferred prior to the second date, from my understanding.
I served out a 5-year sentence in Kentucky.
So how did this case get recited in September?
I don't understand this.
She may have been recited, Your Honor, in the Justice Center. She explains to me that at that trial date, she was held here in Hamilton County. There was no prosecuting witness. The case was continued. And then in that time, that's when she was transferred to Kenton County.
Was September 11th?
Prior to that date, but she had gone into that date.
The Alta representative, somebody was in hospice care, she couldn't make it. And they said they would reschedule it, and I never heard anything else about it.
But she's been in custody this entire time.
Somebody put the wrong year. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Something different. Okay. It's fine. Does she have somewhere to go on EMD?
Yes, Your Honor. She resides with her mother. I do have good contact with her mother. It would be in Covington, Kentucky, though. I don't know if the court would need to specify release to Kentucky or permission there.
I put it on here.
Thank you.
So it'll be either the same cash bond or alternative or EMD. I typically don't change other judges' bonds, but I put a note on here to Judge Janacchio that the alternate is because she was in jail in Kentucky at the time and just did not show up, and that's the only KBS on this case. And the pretrial bond investigation shows her being in Liberty and Covington custody during the cases. And then on the new charge, OR.
Thank you.
And the EMD will be open hours.
Thank you.
Hanson,
Can we just stay and go?
You could, yeah, but they'll talk you through what it is. Okay?
Oh, please hold it. I think we're gonna start 10 minutes when that detail. Hanson?
I haven't, and it's still not clear, I'll be honest with you.
That was the holder, yes.
There's a lot of detail, but to things that aren't necessarily, I don't know. It was hard for me to keep track. My name is Hanson.
Ms. Hanson has 1 felony, 0 failures to appear. This one.
Esteban, Your Honor, as you can see from the narrative, I think this is I would say a perplexing situation. I've not seen a charge like this. I would be curious to see what the discovery shows. Ms. Hanson is adamantly denying any of these allegations. I did try to explain to her to the best of my ability what this narrative kind of reflects. With that, she has absolutely no contact or interaction with the named individual, would have no issues staying away from it, from my understanding. She does have a 7-year-old, as well as she does provide for her mother and father. Her mother had a stroke, her father has leukemia, so she is kind of a care provider for them. Your Honor, there is that common pleas holder for that 1 pending felony. With that, she just says that I do believe that there may be a low bond on that she could eventually post, if not already an OR. She denies any allegations related to that felony as receiving stolen property. With this, we'd just be asking for an OR, given the opportunity for her to be released on that holder, and given kind of the interesting facts surrounding these allegations, but I don't think there's any issues with the stay away.
Just ask for stay away, no firearms, given the gun talk.
OR plus no firearms and stay away, no contact.
Thank you.
All right, court will be in a brief recess.
Sorry about today's confusion. I keep forgetting.
What you got?
Yeah.
They literally just put it. You could see him just shaking up.
He made a comment.
Just thank you.
I'm sure when we go on this.
Well, we're going to go down there about 10 o'clock. We'll do this next time. I gotta go. I'm gonna go, so tickets are $15 each there. They're only 7.
Molly, did you reserve 29 yesterday? Jury.
I saw
New clubs are not gonna make you play golf any better.
You know what? I agree. I'm not arguing that.
New balls, new gloves.
I've never had like my own set of clubs. Everything I've ever had is up and downs.
Those are the best kinds.
But I bought myself a new putter last year, and I want to get myself a new driver and half with my hand down irons. I've got a decent set of 8 irons. They're older, they're like 15 years old. I like them. And I've got old wedges that I want to take. I just want a new driver. Never had one.
Swing them all. Winning walk off. That's what, when Big Bertha first came in.
Yeah.
The first oversized driver. I'm left-handed, so I had to order. I was working for pro shop back in the day. So I had to order this for $199. This is back in the late 80s. $199. Left-handed, yeah. Played with it one time, traded it in, got $80 for it. I played with it one time, I said, I can't do this back. I still use my burner plus. 8.5 degree off, burner plus, a bunch of freaking lead tape on the back of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there. Yeah, so we traded it in. Like, yeah, we'll give you like $70 for it.
I've still got a couple of like,
Court is back in session. Kersner.
Your Honor, if I could have one moment to speak with him, I just was informed about a holder.
I got 2 jobs on these if I don't get out. And is that cool?
Your Honor, plea is not guilty. Esteban, we'd be asking for a low nominal bond with an alternate. I just was informed that there is a parole holder. I'll be reaching out to that parole officer to see what, if anything, they're looking to do with this. Based on my conversation with Mr. Herzner, he adamantly denies these allegations. The individual is known to him. He has no issue staying away. He explains to me that he had essentially removed her from the premises earlier this week or late last week. And with that, I think conflict arose. These charges have now come through, but he has tried to separate himself from her. He has 2 jobs that he works full time. This incarceration is likely going to result in him losing. But I have good contact for him, as well as 2 other individuals, his mother and a friend. He does have some ongoing medical issues that he's recently had to go to the doctor for. But with that, we'd be asking for a low nominal bond given the holder, but at least with an alternate to give me an opportunity to speak with his parole officer.
From the state.
Ask for a stay away.
The allegations are that Mr. Herzner punched the prosecuting witness multiple times, leaving bruises all over her body, is what she wrote in her statement. Mr. Herzner has 2 violent felonies, 3 violent misdemeanors, 0 failures to appear. There are a total of 4 out-of-county domestic violence convictions, 3 TPO convictions. $10,000 secured plus jurors if requested. Long.
We're gonna talk about again. You wanna talk about?
Judge, with your permission, Mr. Long has been taken back upstairs. He has both an EMU and a probate holder. He's set to be taken to Summit tomorrow. So he is already represented by Maya Lane. Their next court date is set for a pretrial on Monday in front of Judge Bouchard. So if you would just do a nominal.
I wrote down the one right there.
1,000 anyway on each. Roscoe.
This is why.
No, this works, but this is
Well,
probably. Yeah. This is the.
Angela Marie Roscoe.
Is there an Angela Roscoe present?
This is the document. For you. Judge, the plea is not guilty. On behalf of Mr. Roscoe, he is executing a temporary protection order. This is classified as a DB threat, so it is the M4 version. I would also like to note that at least what it says here in the complaint that I have is a conditional threat, which, not to give away my defense, but in any event, Judge, he has 0 failures to appear. His ORA score is a 1. I have good contact info for him and for his mother. He does have an alternate address where he can stay with his mom. He works full-time as a general manager at Tire Discounters. He's supposed to be at work right now. So at this point, we're just hoping for an OR bond so he can just get back to work.
As for no firearms, Your Honor, assistant secretary allegation sheet.
OR plus jurist is requested plus no firearms. Smith.
Sign it, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right, gotta head back that Good morning. Pleas are not guilty on behalf of Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is 46 years old, lifelong Cincinnati resident. He works as an independent contractor where his specialty is in painting. I've got good contact info for him and for some family members. Just based on my brief review, I do believe he is set in front of Judge Sanders in drug court. It looks like their next court date is next week. At this point, Judge, we would just be asking for an OR bond. Like I said, I do have good contact info for him. And I think the majority of the failures to appear are just based on traffic.
From the state.
I've got a KPS, he's got 2 KPSs.
There are 10 total prior cases. The trial judge has already set bonds. I don't change bonds. The bonds are not unreasonable. The trespass is $500 anyway, plus EMD that Judge Mallory set. On the theft and the receiving stolen property, they're 5,000 anyway. And then their OR on the 2 traffic, so those will stay the same. Storm.
They'll carry them out.
Sure. So you want the right middle, you're sure you can be right up there waiting on
Good morning. Plea is not guilty. Mr. Storm is 62 years old, lifelong Cincinnati resident, hardly any record from what I can see. The last thing I see is a traffic ticket from 2000. Judge, I have good contact info for him, good phone number, and good phone number for one of his roommates. This is just a trespass from Walmart. At this point, we'd just be asking for an OR.
How far does he live from Walmart?
About a mile.
From the state?
Just stay away from Walmart, even if it's a mile.
There's 3 of them pending at this point. So I feel like if there's an OR by, he's gonna be back. Or another trespass. Mr. Storm, would it be, I'm gonna do an OR by, because there's no record, no fail, well, I take that back, there's 3 failures. OR plus EMD open hours. Mr. Storm, you will have a tracker on. You go to any Walmart store, you're gonna be picked back up. You understand? And put that on there for them to immediately violate if the defendant goes to Walmart. There are a million other stores that sells what Walmart sells. Go there. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Good morning. Please not guilty on behalf of Miss Taylor. She is 25 years old, lifelong Cincinnati resident. I have good contact info for her, her mother, and her aunt. I do believe just a couple minutes ago I did receive a voicemail, I think from her mom. So she has already been very proactive in trying to get in contact with me. Miss Taylor is currently in school at Indiana Wesleyan. She's studying to get her degree to be a social worker. She has previously stayed at Beckett Springs. She also has had some contact with GCB. We did have Olivia, one of the social workers from our office, in here earlier who spoke with Miss Taylor. And Olivia told her to come by our office later today so that they can get her fully hooked up with GCP to get all of the services that she needs. Again, I do have good contact info for her, so I would just ask for an OR bond. I do see that there are KBS bonds. However, those were Judge Berkowitz KBS bonds, so I would just request an OR.
From the state.
Stay away from Walmart and World Market. Or Target.
Target, and Kroger?
Kroger.
I just have 3 targets.
Oh, okay, Target. Target, Walmart.
It's 2 targets.
2 targets and Kroger.
You understand you can't go to Target,
Kroger, Walmart,
Target.
Market.
Target Kroger or World Market.
Yes.
All right. We don't have a lot of stores in Cincinnati, so
Yes.
you need to, be on your best behavior at the rest of them.
Definitely.
OR plus, in the open hours, the prior bonds were either magistrate bonds or set by, a judge who is not here anymore. So I'll put OR in the, it's open hours. I'm not doing straight OR because there's the 6 failures to appear, but it is open hours.
Yes, Judge.
Turk,
It's cool. Turn. So. To go to my hotel room and pack everything out and out.
Ms. Turk has no record, no failures to appear, and it looks like she overstayed due to the cold, and there were arrangements made.
Judge, the address here is 5300 Kennedy Avenue, which is a Days Inn hotel. That hotel room was provided to her through GCB. Again, she also spoke to Olivia. Olivia instructed her to come stop by our office later today so they can get arrangements made up. So at this point, we would just ask for an OR.
Ask for a stay away from Days Inn.
Can I go get my things from there? Sorry.
So it's my understanding that her items were packed up and put into her car, which is still in the parking lot of
No,
the
I
Days
don't have
Inn.
a car there.
Hold
Sorry.
on 1 second.
Sorry, I just want to make sure nothing.
Hold on for 1
Okay.
second.
I just, sorry.
Her belongings were packed up and are still at the Days Inn. I have instructed her in order to get those items back, she should contact the police department and have them.
What I have put
Go
on
with her.
here is OR plus a stay away from the Days Inn, but defendant may go with an escort, with police escort, to get your personal belongings.
They also took my dog.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Sorry.
When you go with the police, just tell them what you're looking for there.
Okay, and my dog is at the SPCA.
Okay.
Can we get him too?
Okay. They'll
Okay,
back on that.
sorry.
You're going home, that's the first step. Second step, call your attorney.
Yates.
Can I get another card?
Okay.
We'll bring it back. Yes.
Staying right here, sir.
Good morning. Please not guilty on behalf of Mr. Yates. This is a probation violation from 2016. Mr. Yates does have a common pleas holder. I'm sorry?
I said he's been in prison in Georgia.
Yes,
since then.
he's been preoccupied. He does have a common pleas holder at this point, so we would just ask for a nominal bond.
Anything from the state?
Nothing.
250. Anyway. All right, thank you. We are done.
Thank you, Your Honor.